Am I the asshole for refusing to house my 25-year-old niece after a few days turned into maybe forever? How does that... Okay, we're just gonna read. My partner, 51 male, myself, 47 female, and our 4 kids live together. 16, 16, 19, 20. Dang, full house there. We live in a 5-bedroom house in an established suburban neighborhood in a large-ish city. Last night, my partner's sister called and told us she had news and a question for us. The news was her daughter, 25 female, has been offered a job in our city. They currently live across the country from us. She asked if her daughter could live with us when she comes here. We don't have any issues with family coming to stay on their vacation with us. We have a large walkout basement with a room that could be used as a bedroom with some work. We have a hangout area our kids use in the basement with a TV and couches. There's a room that could be used as a bedroom. It has a proper window but needs a door. However, the bathroom is the one the 2 oldest share together, so it wouldn't be solely the nieces. I know we have enough space. What also I know we don't have is tolerance for open-ended guests. The ask started with, could she stay here for a couple of days, then morph to a month, then possibly 3 months as there's a probation period on the job. This all happened within the span of minutes. That's crazy. My partner's sister said her daughter would probably want her own place eventually. She's 25! Excuse me, what? Oh yeah, I should just get Excuse me, what? Eventually, staying here for 1 or 2 weeks, sure, but an undetermined amount of time is a bit much to ask. She doesn't cook much and can be picky with food. What she does eat and can cook, we don't keep in the house due to a food allergy one of our kids has. Oh, wow. It would be okay if she had the food in the basement, but not in our kitchen. She may bring her dog and cat. 2 of the kids are super allergic, so that's a deal breaker for us. This was already crazy, but her trying to bring her dog and cat, I could not imagine. As a pet owner, I could not imagine. I really don't know her well. I have met her twice and she has not talked to me either time. She came off as very aloof. I've met her twice and she's not talked to me either time. Oh my God. Her family is very sparse and evasive with information. The date she's coming out keeps changing. Where she works is a big mystery. No one will divulge, even when flat out asked to share it. And so many things like if her boyfriend is coming or not, if she will drive out a car. We both aren't fans of subterfuge. There are no state secrets with this, especially if someone is asking to live with us. Our niece is an only child who is closely parented. Her mom keeps tabs on her daughter, and I don't want to get involved with that. Our kids all have age-appropriate freedoms. We will not police a 25-year-old and grill her comings and goings. It isn't our business. We feel like she needs to adult in the situation, and we are not taking on a 5th child. We don't want to upset the rest of the family or cause any friction. Saying no will absolutely cause issues, but living together might cause many more. So am I the asshole for not letting our niece live with us for an undisclosed amount of time? You don't even know if her boyfriend's coming? If her and her boyfriend and their pets are moving, they just need to get a place. What in the world? So I'm going to read some comments because I kind of just gave my critiques throughout this. Top comment, not the asshole. You're not refusing to help your niece. You are recognizing that can she stay with us while she gets settled is a very different request from can she move into our home indefinitely while she figures things out. Yeah, this is by far the best comment though. Not the asshole. Best advice I ever got is there's always someone else. And there is always someone else. All right. For the next story, am I overreacting if I cancel my wedding reception over a talk my future in-laws had with me? Ooh, this could be messy. Let's see what it's about. Posting on here because I want advice from a third party who doesn't know me, 24 female, or my fiance, 24 male. I have been dating my fiance for around 7 years. Dang, that's a long time. We'll call him John. John's family goes to church every Sunday, and while I was raised to believe in God, church was always optional. When I started dating John in high school, I didn't think any of this mattered. John wasn't big on attending church every week, and I did attend with him once or twice when I wasn't working. I'm aware that this bothers John's parents, as they have made a few comments about me throughout the years that have hurt my feelings. However, I've always tried to ignore those comments because at the end of the day, John and I love each other, and I know he's the man I want to spend the rest of my life with. John and I have been engaged for over a year, but we just recently decided we want to finally tie the knot. He didn't want a wedding, and I had a dress but didn't want to plan a wedding, so we compromised and found a local place that would marry us, take photos, etc. for only $400. The ceremony is in 2 months, will be an hour long, and we will only have around 30 guests. It checked off the boxes for us. The venue is planning almost everything for me, and the ceremony itself only lasts 10 minutes, so no big parade. After the ceremony is pictures, and then we planned on a small lunch with immediate family only. However, John's parents really wanted a reception dinner after at their house, as John's family is very big and he has lots of family who'd like to see him on his big day. I agreed, as I think that's fair. I find it interesting that John is not helping plan the wedding, but okay. Now, on to the main issue. Last week, after the reception decorations were bought, John's parents sent everyone out of the room besides me and John to have a talk with us. They told us we need premarital counseling at the local church. I'm not opposed, but John doesn't really want it. The conversation then diverted into a lecture that left me feeling very hurt and offended. They told John he needs to step up and that I need to become a Christian woman that submits to my husband without complaints. This talk went on, and I quickly realized the entire thing was directed at me. They said John will be the man of the relationship, and not submitting to him will emasculate him. I was stunned and offended. I was raised to be independent and to submit to no man. Yes, ma'am. John and I are equals in our relationship. We make decisions together. When we disagree, we compromise. I will not submit to him, and he will not submit to me. That's how it's always been for us. I'm angry that after 7 years, John's parents still don't feel I'm good enough for their son. I left their home fuming and tried to let it go, but I can't yet. I'm upset, and I don't really know if I want to go through with this reception now. I don't want to be surrounded by people who will never think I'm good enough, and it hurts. Last night, my future mother-in-law wanted to handmake the invitation envelopes with me, and I shut down the idea and cried afterwards because the thought of being in a house with future in-laws who don't deem me worthy without John there makes me more upset and anxious. John says he doesn't want to have a reception if this is upsetting me. He says it's not worth the stress and hassle if the end result is I'm not happy. However, I just worry I'm overreacting about this whole thing. I don't want to deprive his family of celebrating with him just because I'm upset. So, Reddit, am I overreacting? Should I let things go for a day so John's family can celebrate the wedding with him? Oh, this is so tough. I don't think you're overreacting. I'd be pissed too. I am an independent woman. I will not submit to no man. And I also was raised in the church, so I definitely understand it. But that is just so tough. It's always hard whenever you don't get along with your in-laws. Top comment: while you were getting lectured on submitting, what is John doing? Valid point. Everyone in the why is he sitting there listening to his parents telling what you have to do? He should have shut that conversation down immediately. I mean, it's great that afterwards he's like, don't worry about it, babe, but sideline support is not helpful and an uncomfortable outlook on your future life together. That is very true too. He definitely should have said something to his parents in the moment as he was sitting there watching you get lectured. I can't imagine that happening to me and my husband just not saying anything. I truly cannot imagine that. You are not overreacting, but I don't think you should even move forward with the small wedding until you know 100% sure that John is on the same page as you where religion is concerned, and that his family has no say in the way you live and raise possible future kids. This is a major issue that you have to address. Yeah. I've read a lot of Reddit stories and heard a lot of Reddit stories, and I do feel like it comes up sometimes where right before the wedding, these things start coming up, or right after the wedding, and sometimes the high pressure situation of like a wedding can bring out the negative things in people, and the not so great person is maybe putting more pressure on the other person to change how they want them to, and is using the pressure of the wedding to further pressure them. I'm not saying that that's what is happening in this situation. I'm just saying that it can happen. This is the last comment I'm going to read, but it's just really funny. Ironic, your in-laws emasculated their little boy to tell you how not to emasculate him. I just think that was funny. All right, well, I'm going to call it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and reading some Reddit stories. I hope you enjoyed your snack and stay hydrated, okay? Especially if you're living in the South with this crazy heat we've been having lately. I'm in Oklahoma and it was 104 yesterday, so pray for me, but not like those people. Okay.